So today I'd like to talk about something a bit different, and it's about why I made the switch from using Apple Notes to using mostly Obsidian. So don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of things I like about Apple Notes. For example, that is like super integrated between my Mac, between my iPhone, between my iPad, because I have all Apple devices. So that's really probably the best thing that I still love about it. I also love that it's super easy to use. It's very quick to open it. You can have shortcuts on your iPhone. You can have shortcuts on your Mac, and it's very quick to open and get to start writing whatever's on your mind. I also love that like small things actually that you can, for example, lock your notes. I like that it is pretty minimalist. There's not too much fuss. It's mostly basic features, although that is changing now with AI coming in. There's also some transcription features. You can now like record audio and have transcription straight into the app. So that's pretty cool. There's some exciting things coming to uh, Apple Notes, but I'm going to tell you why I switched to Obsidian. So, to be honest, first, the reason was because I started working on that plugin, File Organizer 2000, which my brother was working on. And at first, when trying Obsidian, okay, for me, it was just another notes app. And I really didn't see why I had to switch from Apple Notes to Obsidian because for me, all my notes were in Apple Notes. I was used to all the commands, the formatting, and everything. So I was like, why should I switch to this app? And for maybe a couple of months, it still didn't make sense for me. But when it really changed is when we added the AI chat functionality into our plugin. And for me, this made things a lot easier when working on a document because that meant I didn't have to context switch the whole time. I didn't have to um, either open the ChatGPT app and then go back and forth from the ChatGPT app, or even worse, on the browser. Because if I go on the browser on the ChatGPT or Claude or whatever, and then I get funneled into like reading emails, Discord, YouTube, and whatnot. So when I got that feature, the AI chat powered by GPT-4o, for me that was a game changer because there was no more context switching, and I would only keep using Obsidian without distractions. And the best thing is that I could involve multiple files in one chat, so I can do add file X, add file Y, and then I type whatever I want in the chat, and the chat has all that context into the memory, so I can really build upon my ideas. So that was a really game changer. And now I think we also have a version of the organization features, which for me also makes a huge difference for organizing my vault. Because a big problem I had in Apple Notes is that I have so many notes. I think I have like, I mean, for me, it's lots. I have 2,000 or 3,000 notes, and I've had some attempts at organizing them in multiple folders and stuff, but I never kept at it. So they're still all over the place. But the good thing with Apple Notes is that it's easy to find. The Finder function is amazing. I can just type what I'm looking for if I know what I'm looking for. I really need to know which keywords, but if I know, I can look at them in the app or I can look at them in Obsidian, not Obsidian, in Apple Notes. So yeah, I'm mixing up a bit both again here. But yeah, then Obsidian makes a lot of sense because it's expandable. And what I mean with this is that there's so many plugins, so many developers that thought that had great ideas on how to expand it, and bring more possibilities to it. For example, there's Data View that's super popular. There's the Tracker app that I really like to have visual graphs. So that's what I think for me is the biggest reason why I switched to Obsidian. And for me, in the end, it's two things. Is now I have my files organized because I have easy methods of organizing them with AI. And the second is, yeah, I have this AI chat where I can have the context of all my files without leaving the app or without needing to copy paste and all of this. But I know like a lot of users, they love that it's in Markdown. For me, actually, I think it's nice because I can copy paste easily content between Obsidian, and I use a lot of GitHub because I'm a developer. I use code editors. So Markdown is really nice for this. And it's compatible with so many apps. You will not have problems like if you want to export your Apple Notes and use them elsewhere, it's going to be a mess. Um, but yeah, I still use, as I said, the Apple Notes, I still use it on my iPhone. And what I do is I would type a note and then I use a shortcut that we created, which is called Move to Obsidian. Is that simple? I was looking for the word, but it's called Move to Obsidian. And I just press a button and I send either my notes or my voice memos from iPhone. They're sent to Obsidian and organized automatically. So that's really why I switched, and I think you should consider the switch as well. At least try what you can do with it, because there's probably some features that you wish you could do with Apple Notes and that you can't. And this you can probably do it in Obsidian. So that's it. I was a bit rambling, it was not so structured, but these are my thoughts, and uh, this was why I switched from Apple Notes to using Obsidian on a daily basis.